Hello lurkers and all you archaeologists, welcome to the proximity and welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn adventure, the live stream edition. It recently occurred to me that I've played this game more than once, so I had an adventure and I had a redemption, and apparently I even had a reunion, and the furthest I got was actually while I wasn't recording. Funnily enough. So I'm just going to go back to adventure. Anyway, we got cut off during this cutscene. We've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. So I've got a project to complete all the Final Fantasies, and I'm streaming them. So I'm going to go for Livestream edition, which I guess Project Livestream or whatever. Something silly that only makes sense to me because that's how I do things. You discharged your duty as an envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always able to help the... Okay, we know this bit. Right. Yes, thank you, Ida. Ahem. And then there's the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning, for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause in return. We would be glad to assist your adventuring endeavours in whatever we are able. Whatever way. Okay, I've forgotten how to speak, haven't I? Should you decide to take us up on our offer, I sincerely hope you will. Pray speak with Miqo'te, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Is a good friend of ours, and she will tell you where to find us. I think I'm going to make the writing bigger. Wait a minute, we haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the 7th Dawn, defenders of justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Miqo'te, she knows already. Right, yeah. Cool. I don't know where to put it. I just want to make... It's like I put it on like 100% and I think I might want to double it. Like 140. Okay. Maybe that's a little too big. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, I can see things a little better now. Cool. What's our quest? So I've recently completed Final Fantasy IV. Oh yes. So I should mention now. So yes, I was saying before. Oh, isn't that interesting that Satasha is pirates in the first dungeon in... Not the first dungeon. The first dungeon in this game, right after you hear the Journey Begins music, is about pirates, and the first like boss you fight in Final Fantasy 1 after you hear the Journey Begins is pirates. Isn't that interesting? And if you go to, Tamtara, you fight I said deep one. I keep using the word deep one. It's Mind Flayer. And oh, isn't it interesting? There's a mini boss. It's a Psycho Demon, but Psycho Demon and Mind Flayers are like palette swaps of each other. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. But like, I looked up Hecaton Chiers and no, it doesn't really match up to any of the Hecaton Chiers. Final Fantasy 3 has a Hecaton Chier. I fought one because I've played Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3. But of course, in this game, Final Fantasy 3 is very well represented, right? Well, we will see them soon enough because apparently that's mandatory now. The Crystal Tower. But there's a dude called Archeron, and Archeron is a palette swap of Hecaton Tier. But the other thing is, in Final Fantasy 1 there is something, because bear in mind what the Hecaton Tiers are, is they're thralls. Let me just they are an army of raging giants from the darkest recesses of the mines. So they're supposed to like crawl. They're mining creatures, right? That tear away at rock. They go through walls. Because Final Fantasy 1 has that. There's the Giant's Cave or the Titan's Tunnel, and it's just a Titan. That does exactly the same thing. You don't fight it, but of course you can't call that Titan, can you? Because Titans are summoned. So I think Hecaton Tiers in this particular game is actually a reference to Titan or the Giant of the Cave, whatever it's called. And like that's not without precedence, right? There's things like Evil Eye and Ahriman and Floating Eye and Boa, like they're all the same creature, right? But also some of those have their own families because sometimes the same name crosses into different families. So I think it's a pretty reasonable reference. Because that's just really neat. I thought that was really neat. Anyway, so yes, I've just completed Final Fantasy 4. Don't know if I'm going to start 5 yet. Because they're re-releasing that game, aren't they? And Final Fantasy 5's never been re-released, remade, as far as I know. But yeah, all I know is I've never gotten past level 30 on my YouTube channel. So like, yeah, I'll call it Livestream edition. It's fun. Scenes like that are becoming, ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come see me and just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? I love that she has the same speech she tells everyone. Which is like, if you start the game here, she says that to you. Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woe and with the women folk from time to time. Sorry, I do have a bit of a cold. And that is, it's from allergies. I moved to sofa so I could put a light, so I can light the back of here. And that's just made my voice intolerable. Yay. Of course, yeah. Ah, Nayev, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with the giants in the dark. So you see, she called him a giant. You're every ilm the adventurer Mion said you'd be. Is that a mile? Nayev, the station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realise you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. I know, sure, I trust you as a healer. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of a party was killed. His name was Averi, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you were, you see, an adventurer's adventurer. Ah, lady, I'm looking for the adventurer's adventurer. Ah, they're the best. And he swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are and all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired as Averi once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. I'm a rabbit lady. Naive Alterian, I shan't forget. Thank you, Naive Alterian. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Oh, hello, Lurker. Fare you well as well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was. I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with it, you lot. thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all, but against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Naev. It would be... I'm probably pronouncing it. It's my own name now. I can pronounce it the way I like. Hey, what did you say? You want to know about the science of the seventh dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. How quiet am I? Okay, no, that's fine. Listen, Naev, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk. The work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. You want to get to level 20 to get those chocobos. Maybe I've got time tonight? We'll see. You found your way to the quicksand, Naev. As you can see, we cater to clientele with an adventurous streak. With chaos left in the wake of the calamity. Another bunny lady. The townsfolk will be needing the help of my patrons more than ever. Especially accomplished adventurers like yourself. It's a kung fu rabbit. Okay. I get 12 of those things. So you want to know more, then, do you? Ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go for the first. And the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being all down. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're not very good at naming things, but they're good people who made it their mission to solve some of Eorzean's most pressing concerns. Of course, that ain't no small task. So they're always looking for dependable individuals such as yourself. Individuals like you, Naev. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzean enemies would very much like to know. Lady, there's like 4 people right next to us. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in the western Thanalan. The place you've been looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Naev, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as helped you. Well, I hope you won't forget them as helped make you into an adventurer you are. It's maybe mostly Mother Mjorn, I guess, but drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right. Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Off you go then. I did. Horizon, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Can I take a chocobo there? No. Maybe I've got to see it first. Run along. Get there as fast as possible with my wind-up ship. Yes. Final Fantasy V, I may wait a bit to play, just to see how that new release goes. But that doesn't mean I don't have any more Final Fantasies to play. I have the remake of Final Fantasy Legend 2, of course. Which is a 3DS game. So we'll be playing. I fucking found Arbor Buzzards! Goddamn lied about their location. One day I'll remember where things are. Yeah, I've forgotten what that game's called. It's Saga, though. It's Saga 2, essentially. Capital A. Sorry, capital S, capital G. So I've got that. I could play that, or I could play something new, because I like juggling lots of games at once. That guy with his griffin. Here's our final buzzard. cool. I put my phone nearby so I can look up locations of things. Off we go then. But yeah, we're not wanting for levels. We're level 25, but we're only as high as our quest level, which is like 17. That's why I've not done my level 20 archer quest yet, because I might as well leave it. I don't think this is an important pickup, but I'll have a look at it just in case. Yeah, I'm just going to skip through this. I'm only reading through. Okay, they probably want orange, because that's what they're like. Oh, she just gives you orange. Okay. Do I remember things? I'll do these quests. I'm just only reading the main quest lines and the archer ones. Until we get to higher level quests. But if we get there, I'm paying money to play. But yeah. He's going to want more expensive orange juice as well. Okay. Yeah, I like it as well. And yeah, I'll try and keep my sets. So this is a set, right, obviously. And I've got the original set she starts with. I'll keep them for the glamours. Of course, I might change to a different class at some point. Like, I do have no idea what this is. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la-la, la-da-da, minding my own business. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. See, now my cold is helping. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have a pertinent business here, I must ask you to... I'm a rabbit lady. Here at the behest of Ida and Papalimo. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? I'm a bun. Naive, Altirian. Yeah, here you are. Ahem, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I mean, I guess for the time being I should continue, like, because I'm using the 14-day trial. I've got 10 days left. And I don't know whether I'm going to continue. I just figured it's probably a good idea to use up the 14 days at the very least. So maybe, especially because Tuesday I would normally be playing Final Fantasy. I take it you are Naive Altirian. Tataru sent word that you'd arrived. Lady Minfili has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Oh my word! Yes. When did they add that? I'm adding that. Cool. If you didn't read what that was, it's a teleport ticket.
So you are the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the 7th Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words.
It's very convenient for the plot.
In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you.
You have the silliest dress.
It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent.
We're going to just talk in the one language though, mostly.
Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it?
Sounds like the what the villains think as well.
And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Okay. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied by you. To you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty to adding your name to the Retainers Registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that the retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavours. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask you to aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater goods beside. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose, and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. Is it something Rose? It's from Final Fantasy 2, right? Wild Rose. There you go. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Cool. Right, we got ourselves these things. Hang on, before we do that. Okay, here's fun. How do I use them? Okay, set to hotbar. What are these then? Mandeville, gold saucer. Okay, fair enough. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a long-lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it is that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Naive. I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us.
I'm a rabbit.
Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
No.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Amen.
Hello there.
Welcome. I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Sounds like Balthier, doesn't he?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
Robbery, he said that in a very strange way.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
A primal!
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emulja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
I lose the effect of peloton and sprint. Okay, do I get to do stuff? No, not yet. I've got to talk to Thancred. Okay, so I know where this plot goes because I've actually done the entire Realm Reborn before. And I want to know when exactly Thancred is compromised. Now, it's not now, obviously, because technically this is the first time I've met. Like, yeah, I might have started somewhere else and met him before, but like 2/3 of the players meet Thancred here. So obviously right now, I think it's during this quest. I think it's really early. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is likely that any other discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina & Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be high priority. According to the preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so it would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. So this is the first quest, I think, that I would consider has a sort of twist to it. I don't know where Drybone is. And that twist is that certain people can't be saved. I.e., if you are enthralled by a primal, you're done. And so, like, yeah, just like good or bad, it doesn't really matter once that happens. But and it's gonna there's a wrestler, Cactus Jack. It's gonna do this a few times, but like, it does it loads. What the hell? Like, you what's that? Like a cannonball. Okay, where the hell is that? That is unattuned. Blackbrush Station. Have we been anywhere near that? Okay, cool. Yeah. Because, like, the way I consider the plots is Realm Reborn feels like Dragon Ball Z. And all the expansions, all the mini expansions up till Game 2 or Game 3 feel like Game of Thrones. It suddenly changes tone to be about political intrigue, and it's kind of funny. But like, there are bits and pieces where you get to see, if you're paying attention, like all the plot with the refugees. I remember thinking when that started in after Realm Reborn, like, I don't know if Final Fantasy is mature enough to tell this story, but like, they tell you it. They right at the very start they talk about it. What level quest is this? Oh. Probably not level 20. But I will have. I mean, if I get to the actual Ifrit fight, it might be a good idea for me to do my Archer quest. I hope I don't need to be up. Right. I was going to get a book as well, of waiting in queues while on stream, but I've got stuff to do while queuing up, to be honest. I don't need that just yet, but we'll see. Okay, I should make myself a cup of tea. I've got an hour before I can't drink any more beverages, so when I get the chance I'll make a cup of tea. But obviously the first thing we want to do is get that crystal. Just gotta pass these Tuco-Tucos. Hang on, to catch a poacher. That's an entirely different place. Okay, why did you walk away? Ah, an interesting quest. No, it's just left meds, don't care about that. After the wild hoglet. No. Okay. That is a level 20 quest. Yeah, that's why I've not done it, because I'm not on. That is only a level 17 quest. So I'm just sort of keeping them the same. There's Isambard. I could start picking up quests. There's no point. I'm ahead of the curve right now. Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. He also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Look, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to see me, look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all that I can to help see my victims safely returned. Let us get right to it. Then Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by the Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay in the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of the callers at the Church of Saint Adama, Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before Mongols catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn of something of what the Amalja seek in this area. No, I'm not picking them up. I'm not allowed to get a chocobo until I'm on like level 20 quest as well, right? Yeah, I did take a silly route. Yeah, they're in that direction. But yeah, if I get to 30... If I get to quest 30, then I'll be happy. Like, especially in 14 days. Right. With a normal rotation. No, I'm trying to aim at him. Okay. Is that faster? Not really sure. Yeah, I reckon it was. It's good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? With the bodies given back to proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. Thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such a massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people's going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn another hand in this. But whose? Countless travellers pass through the dry bone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Okay, level 18, cool. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. Tor forbid it so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Okay, so he's in an awkward building, I think. You again? Oh, but God's be get damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Alda. What the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours isn't bad. Look round here. Oh, as where as they come, they'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. I played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labour out of them, I did. If anything, They're even more timid than before, but with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just let me be. I've nothing to say. Thaltic, who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? Don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? A whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk being abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Naev. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know of something of use. The circlet's worse, but I think I might be able to see it, so... Never mind. Level 18. Isambard would like you to... Yeah. If we know... So the pacing is a lot better now. If we know what the common folk speak to their gods, we know better... What? If we would to know what the common folk speak to their gods... That was easy for you to say. We've no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request to grant you, but it must be borne to the burial. I trust none more than you to see to it done. Seek out a man named Marx. He tends the graves in the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interned. Ooh, let's meet, quote-unquote, Marx, shall we? Marx, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies as of late. I apologise, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. You get a choice grave. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. Maybe your sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orson within the church walls. I hear you have done us the service of burying the fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek knowledge of the missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true I'm closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I am the medium for which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share information with you. I only wish Marx would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I believe such behaviour ill befits the Church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named Thancred, I believe, took offence at his conduct. I must have words of Marx and soon. Interesting. I don't think I ever understood that before. Because I didn't know what would happen with Thancred, and I didn't know what would happen with Marx at the time. Very lazy teleport. Yeah, I've got time for one more drink. I'll make one. Thank you, Naev. Burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Naev? Well, he's very shaky. Pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name's Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Frustration, prayer, and penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful rose has thorns, my friends, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, did she keep her marks? I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Level 19. Sister Alson. It cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be, could it? I grow tired, wary of these suspicions. I know, a rabbit lady. Get out of my rabbit vicinity. I know there is one child in particular she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Naev, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. That was my light, wasn't it? Right, well, I'm going to have to make a drink now because my light's just turned out. Aha! Them bones, them bones. Them dry bones. Right, here we are. Bloody vandalous imp. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Guess I should remember to talk to the Chocobo. Lovely. Please help. Sister Olsen went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order. On the other side, I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. And I shall. I think I see her now. You didn't look very far. The kid could have found her. Oh, you rotten folk. That guy out for no reason. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours again. You spoke with the child? Yes, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I'll see it safely back to him. The children. Another bunny lady. Rivals. In the same clothing, even worse. Sister Olsen was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend, I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in doing so, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Olsen. Seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word he'd be waiting at a Malja encampment just to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. I believe I don't get my Chocobo until I've done a level 20 quest. I can double check that though. It's probably on my phone still. No, not that one. Okay, cool. Level 20. Immortal Flames Maelstrom. Maybe I can do it then. I think I have to join a thing. Yeah, I have to join a thing. Yeah, after I get a grand company I can do it. Thancred. Ah, there you are, Naive. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Alcyn. Isambard said her wounds were serious, but seems my suspicion about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions was not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Alcyn near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Naive. Would you be so kind to take a look inside? Sure, why not? This strange leaflet. Let us return to Thancred. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Gnarl to the hands of your children. Looks like some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. Lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Alcyn makes of it. She's in the bed, isn't she? Like upstairs in bed? I thought so. I distinctly remember this being a pain in the ass. She's resting on a bed, I just don't know the route. I'm just an idiot and didn't take the obvious one. You called Lambertained. That's quite the name. My saviour comes again. What do I owe this honour to this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could somebody be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Who would do such a thing? The plot thickens, Naive. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, I'll tell Isambard that we have learned what we've learned here. That I shall. Posing as a priest, to think, troubling notion aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Naive. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Level 19. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Naive and me serve like this by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare hope this will yield us answers, the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but the two of you are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slopes should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell of the stains. Cool, because I seem to remember we used to have to get those. These will serve well. You have my thanks. Listen, Naive. So as to lay the foundation of a little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I'm a bunny. So... I'm sure it'll change in a second. Is it that then? Withered shepherd slobs. Yes, I'm totally not the same bunny lady that was around earlier. Oh my god. Greetings, good madam. Is that all I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe it. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out of the pond north of Sandgate. And you are? Ha, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone, and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Reach the teaching of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light and needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. What do I get up there? What is it? That's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind outside that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? You have quite the knack for being a nuisance, Naive. The camp is abuzz with the talk of newly arrived vagrants. And was that Devil May Cry? And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you need to remain in disguise. Okay. Just going to put you there. So what can I do this? Okay, now I can sort of do that quickly. A fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Now, I appreciate my chocobo is going to be in there as well, but... You look absolutely smashing, Naive. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. You know, I've changed my mind. I want to propel it on somewhere else. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. Well, I mean, you know, I'm a priest of the order of Nald Thal. I've come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they'll surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer and gust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. So I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? What kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanahua mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. Made you sell out your own people. Speak. Good. Money was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell more meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the homage are paying me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, blame yourselves or the gods. Ah! Not you again. How did I not notice a rabbit lady? Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemies as well? Spit it out. Nah, I know nothing about that. I swear it. See, what I like is, he's telling the truth there. There's an inside man, and they tell us this right now. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, no matter, there'll be time to learn the truth. Ah! Naive, be a dear and take the word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I'm a rabbit. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. So, cool. So, first of all, we want to put our clothes back on. Cool. Second of all, I've changed my mind. I actually want it here. Yeah, I'll put it next to the limit break, I think. Kind of dangerous, though. Okay, I'll move the limit break. No. Okay. I'll move this here. Move this here. This here. This here. Then remove this. Here. And this. Yeah. Okay. So now I can do that. And I can left analog stick and press run at the same time, which is the important thing. I can actually press up, it's just down and forwards at the same time, which is quite difficult. Actually, no, I can't. What am I talking about? Anyway, let's go to Vesper Bay. I don't know why I did that. It's obviously going to be in the place. Better. And I'll put the choke over there as well. Welcome back, Naive. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amaja know the answer. Suffice to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Level 27. My quest is only level 19. Am I going to have to see a goblin? Yes, I am. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause, and that may take you the field suitably prepared. I would have you meet the goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypops. He is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at this camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Please look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Okay. Okay, I might quickly go get that crystal. Save me time later. I'll go get that first though. Meet the goblins. Nice fellows, so I'm told. Like explosives. Squaw! Who is our plander come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? Fighty tools drinking airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty tool changes to Stoneshine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty tool, then Big Eyes Fighty tool gains power of airy self. Rah, rah. Mutamixes make reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Of a bun. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia want Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes. Right, I'm just a rabbit. Scar! Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes? Pish! Scar! Materia join with Fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It's created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. You must have sufficient spirit bond. That's a measure of how fully an item's been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to kill, you imbue it with the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joined of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowledge of crafty making. We knowings of crafty making, Uplander, can become joiner of metal. If Uplander want brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Nah, I'm not doing crafting right now. Does it really want me to go back to Minfilia? Yeah, this is why they give you the tickets. I imagine we do this 12 times. What's that? Is it a dungeon? Okay. I'll tell you. Okay, cool. It's just a dungeon quest. So there's one thing I've been kind of neglecting this episode, and that is that I probably have more of these. What, only one more? Probably because I have to do it first. Welcome back, Naive. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you an edge you need, Naive, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Please speak with me when you are ready to begin. Cool. Just a level 18 weapon. Let's open that up then. I suddenly remembered I could do that. What? Well, it's not as good. Never mind. This level 15 one's better because it's got all the bonus stuff. Okay, so I